Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
On the set. 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 43. Check. Rock it. Now.
Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. Blunt. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Hey, fight it, 44. Mike, 44. Come on. Let it go.
Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. Come on, hit the flag. Check. Zoom. Foco to Mike. Mike Foco. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. There. Switch. Watch the twitch. Hey, stand up. And ready.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
Now Leonard Fournette. A big run by the big man, Fournette. 47 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Team six. 5.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
That's how we do, D.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Jones. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Check it back. Check it back.
He may try and run for this. And some room to work. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Ready. Time to end it. 44. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Tighten up. Pull together. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day. All day.
Hey, orbit.
Check. Watch 54.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
60 outlaw.
54 Mike. Come on, D.
Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 29, Jackson. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we get that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second. Interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's... And he's into the clear. The 30, 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson. Stocker's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Carson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Switch up, switch up. Slam, slam. Echo, echo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 36.
Look, squeeze. Ready?
Again, it's Fournette. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
We got this.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Blue draw Corkers.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Fire.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stand off.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54.
Please grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
61. Matchbox lights.
March 54.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Blunt will get the football, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's going to fight. He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Got it. Recon, 152 fighter. You better be afraid of me.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Leo! Look at me, zipper!
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Jacksonville.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Smooth. Check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Go. Here we go. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Here we go. 5. Here we go. For now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Bravo. 45. Mike, 45. Yes. You ain't doing nothing today. Check. Gone. Check. Get it.
It'll be Minshew again. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.